Hey, now these are the instructions for the checkerboard transition. We start off with a blank new slide presentation, file, and new in the themes or blank presentation. Next thing we want to do, of course, is to change the layout from title slide to blank slide. After which we want to insert the picture, and we're going to go and use the insert tab, images group, picture, and we're going to select stock images. Oh boy, done this a million times today. So let's go and select leopards. And I'm going to select the top row, third from the left, and insert. Give it a moment. Then before we fill the slide, first of all, we're going to apply the crop. So we're going to select, we're going to cut it proportionate. So it's going to be picture format, size group, and crop, because we want to select the aspect ratio. So the ratio of the width to the height remains the same. So crop aspect ratio in the landscape, 16:9 is our go-to. And then we can move this up or down as you see fit. I don't know, you think about there maybe? Yeah, looks about right-ish. Kind of, sort of. Yeah. I'm happy with that location. I'm going to click to the left or the right or the outside of the slide. I will click anywhere in the middle of the picture and drag it up to the top left-hand corner, looking at the two red lines that have crossed. Then with my mouse, I'm going to go down to the bottom right-hand corner, click and drag it so the picture completely fills the slide. Next thing we're going to do is we want to insert a grid. So we do that by going to the Insert tab, Tables Group, Table, and we're going to select 7 columns across and 5 columns down. Click. The next move for us is going to be to select anywhere on the outside of the table with this pointer, click and drag and move it up into the top left-hand corner. Bottom right-hand corner, I'm going to click on the handle, click down and drag across to again completely fill the slide, or cover the slide I should say. And now we need to remove the shading. So we select Table Design, Table Styles, Shading. And once we click on that, we're going to go and look below Standard Colors for No Fill. The next thing we want to do is remove the color from the grid lines, and we do something very, very similar. Table Design tab, Table Styles group, and Borders, and No Border. Perfect. Our next step is going to be select 4 of these cells or grids. I'm going to apply the white shading or fill. So Table Design again, Table Styles again, and Shading. I'm going to click on the color white. And then we're going to select a couple of other boxes wherever you want. And as you select the cell, you go back up to the shading again. And this time, click on the little paint box. You don't have to do anything else. I'm going to grab this guy down here. Shading. Up here. Shading. And, difficult, guys. Maybe the top left-hand corner. Shading. Okay. So then we're going to insert a text box. I'm going to put some fake information in there just so you guys know. Okay, insert text group, text box, and you're going to click a text box area that will cover the 4-cell group. Okay. And what you're going to do, as I said, we're going to kind of fake it here. So I've got some text. And I'm going to go back to my PowerPoint presentation. And paste in it. That's good enough. Is it? Yes, it is. A bit of moving things around, maybe. Yeah. Making things size and fit. Yes. And there you go. Slightly tight, but we'll learn to live with it. Perfect. So the next thing we need to do is insert another text box with the title. Click on Shape Format and Text Box and click and drag to cover the rest of the space in the 4 cells. And in there, we're going to type in leopard. Leopard. Going to select it by Control A. We want to bold it. Control B. The font size is going to be 36, like so. And the font type, let's make it, let's make it Add Lamb Display. Add Lamb Display. Now, certainly it's a bit close, but we'll live. So then what we want to do is we want to duplicate the whole process again. So in the thumbnails, right mouse click, new slide. The slide format is now blank. So we're going to move ahead to inserting a new picture. So insert, images and picture. And again, we're going to go and select from the stock images. And what Microsoft does using Bing, it'll go and do a search for us. The stock images, of course, are those that we have permission to use. I don't know. Let's use ants. Let's use bee. I love a bee. And we're going to select maybe some honeybees or bee on a flower. Choices, choices, choices. Let's select this honeycomb and insert. That's always my weakness. Which picture shall I use? So first step, of course, is going to be cropping it to the aspect ratio 16:9, 16:9, and you find that in picture format, size group, crop, and the aspect ratio, and second from the bottom, 16:9. If you like how it looks, we can leave it there. I kind of do, so I'm going to click either on the left or the right hand side outside of the slide. Click anywhere in the picture and drag it up to the top left hand corner, making it fit perfectly. So you've got one line pointing vertical and one pointing horizontal. With the mouse, you're going to go down to the bottom right hand corner, click and drag, and size. Perfect. Now we've covered the entire slide. We now need to insert or create the grid lines. We do that with Insert tab, Tables, and from there, the Insert Table command, we're going to select 7 columns by 5 rows. We're going to move the table up to the top left-hand corner to the very top left, and we want it to cover the entire slide. So in the bottom right-hand corner of your table, click on the fill handle, click it down, drag it down and across like so. Once you've got that done, time to fix the fill. Okay, and we do that table design, shading, and no fill, which is found underneath standard colors. And of course, we have to fix the grid lines. Very similar process, table design, table styles, border, and no border. Perfect. Now we get to select 4 cells, or to make a bigger grid, that's where our text is going to be. And we're going to select shading. And in the shading, we're going to select the first color, white background 1. That's where our text is going to be. And we're going to select random cells, to fill in with our little pieces of shading. I have no idea which is good or bad. And I'm keeping each of the slides with 4 random cells, 1 big box. Same thing we're going to do, insert, because we want to insert the text box. So we selected the insert tab, move all the way across to the text group and select text box. Go down to the big cell with the big area with the 4 cells selected. Click and drag across and down. Again, I've got big, oh shoot, I just about smacked my microphone. I almost said something very spicy too. And paste. So, yep, it is absolutely fake information. And we know that. We're okay with it. Well, we will be if I can fit it into the box. Absolutely. Close enough-ish. And then we're going to insert the top text box. That's going to be our title. So, same routine. Insert tab, text group, text box. Click and drag to fill in the space on the top. I don't have any specific dimensions, not even close. Then we're going to type in B's, select the text, bold it. The font size is going to be 36. I'm going to click on the number 18 and replace it by typing in 36 and pressing enter. The last thing I want to do is change the font type, home tab, font group, and it's going to be Adlam Display. Perfect. Now we're going to add a third and final slide. And so, same routine. Right mouse click in the thumbnail, new slide. Going to go to insert the picture. So insert picture. Going to go down to stock images. Let Microsoft go look for it for us. And holy cow, what kind of animal shall I do? Hedgehogs. I used to rescue hedgehogs, so I know the African pygmy ones. And we only have a couple of them. Okay, so maybe not hedgehogs. Crows. Nope, there's only one. Holy cow. How about tortoise? Yes. Okay, well finally it is a turtle and there is tortoises. So we're going to grab the one and we're going to change it from tortoise to turtle halfway through. We're going to insert, give it a moment. And there's something to be said for the limitation of the Bing search process. So click anywhere on the picture. We want to crop it with the aspect ratio in mind. So picture format, size group, crop, select aspect ratio, second from the bottom, 16:9. I think that's good enough. Click either on the left or the right on the outside of the slide. Click anywhere in the picture. Drag it up to the top left-hand corner, looking for those crosshairs, and then bring your mouse down to the bottom right-hand corner. Click and drag to fill the slide. Perfect. Next thing we want to do is to create our grid lines. And so we do that again by selecting Insert, grabbing the Table command and the Insert Table. We want it to be 7 columns across and 5 down. Whoopsie. If you go too far, you can always go back. We are going to click anywhere on the outside or the outline of the boundary, the border of the table. Click and drag it up into that infamous top left-hand corner. You see the crosshairs. Bring your mouse down to the bottom right-hand corner. click and drag so you can cover or fill the entire slide. Now we've got to format the fill or the shade as well as the grid. We do that by selecting Table Design, Table Styles and Shading, and from the options below Standard Colors, no fill. The next thing we want to do is to remove the color from the grid, so the same process is applied, Table Design, Table Styles, and Borders. And for borders, we're going to select no border. Now at this point, we're going to select the 4 cells to create the text box area for our text for our information. Home tab, table design, table styles, shading, and we want that. Then we want to select other or random cells. Click on one, go up to table design and styles, click on the paint pot for the shading. Click over here, paint pot for the shading. Click here for the shading. And, choices. This guy here for the shading. Okay. Same routine we've done before. I'm going to insert the text box and I'm going to insert the fake information. So here we go. Insert tab, text box, click and drag the outline area of your text box, and through the magic of copy and paste, you can type in whatever you like. Again, mine is fake information, and I know that. I'm making it up as we go along. Perfect. Here we go. That's what it wants, and that's what it's going to get. So the next thing we need to do is to insert the title. So the same routine again. Insert tab, text. Insert tab, don't wave at it, look at it. Insert tab, text group, text box. Click and drag an area for your title, your text box title, and it's a turtle, not a tortoise. We want to select it, Control A, we want to bold it, Control B, and then we want to change the font size to 36. So we're going to go Home tab, Font Group, and in the font size, I'm going to type in the number 36, press the Enter key. And the only other thing, 2 more things we have to do. With this slide, the final thing is going to be change the font type. We're going to select Adlon Display. Actually, kind of like that. So now we have 3 slides in our thumbnail. So we always leave the first slide untouched, no transitioning. So we're going to select slide 2. I'm going to press the Shift key and select slide 3. So if we had more, it could be 2, 3, and 4. And then we'll go to the Transition tab, the More button, and in the Exciting category, we select the Checkerboard. What kind of effects we have from the left, from the top? I don't know, you decide. And let's play it, shall we? So go to, you won't be able to see everything, but let's have a go. Start, click once, and again, and again.